Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I come to you with great joy. It's a very joyful day. Not about the French election. For it's like it was like uh, it just happened. What happened happened. But it's our life has to be completely independent of all that scene. For there is two games that are being played. There is the game of duality, which is an illusion that's been played out to keep our mind entrapped into this continuous circle of evolution in the lower planes. And there is the game of the soul. The game of the soul is we realize it through feeling state, through dreams, through intuition, through meditation, through and this we have to play the game, whatever, even if we're not always like fully aligned with the consciousness of our soul. It is good to learn to play the game. For it's like sometimes we come to this we come into incarnations and we will say, well, how many incarnations will it take before I can be born in a very wealthy family? Because things are so much easier when you live in a world that like this, when you live in the but my spirit guides told me that for a very long time, well, because of my spiritual descendants, when I was we came as volunteer to come to the earth. I was born in many times in royalty situation, in situations that was privileged. So you don't have to do anything; everything comes to you. But also had like lives as free spirits as well, like yogis and things like that to balance it out. But in this lifetime, we mostly have chosen to live in a middle class situation because we wanted to experience the low and the high, to know all things. It is good to know all, to have a sense of all the stratum of reality that is being experienced on the planet before the ascension. For we could create the solar flash, but we want more people to join in, because when the solar flash will come in, some people will not survive if their frequency is not high enough. Uh, so it's all happening right now. It is all happening. The solar flash happens within ourselves first. It is really where we want it to happen, and then we'll be able to control higher, to assist in the alignment of a higher evolutionary shift. For the highest wisdom is all about sharing. It's about compassion. It's about being allowing people to bring thoughts into others that are that were already there, but they just like Socrates, to let a new thought emerge within, rather than trying to push a thought within someone's mind. You just push the light that will allow a new thought to emerge, but will be conditioned by the inner self, not the teacher. What we need to understand is maturity, to act, be soft, be gentle, be kind, be in the love, be in the light, the mirror of life. As we mature and grow, the life mirrors us in a very different way. What we need to do is to be the source, to connect to the source, to be one with the source. It is a magic. It's the all that is. It is the all powerful power of the creator that is been bestowed upon us. But we need to, for it is a game here. Yeah, it's like there is. I talked about this game, but it would come down to free will. For it is a planet of free will, and within the realm of free will, the choices are created to build character, and therefore consciousness is being exposed to choices that are either more moral or less moral, that is lighter or darker, that are purer or so as we learn to make always the highest choice without the judgment on ourselves. When we do not make the highest choice, we are being aware that this may not be that there is a way to correct that. So as we make always at least the sincere choice to be for the highest good of all, then we become constant with it. We become incorruptible. And God knows He can trust us. But so before that, there will be test and test and test with free will. For the unascended planet, there are no need for free will. Everybody's into the light, and when being deviate from the light, it knows that it's deviating from the light. If it goes too far out into the darkness, it's just a descending dimension. and the outcome is exhaustion. It means let's stop doing things to please others, for the form, for the it's about detaching, finding more space to, otherwise we become exhausted. It's very the kind of exhaustion. As we let go of this necessity to please the world, we find abundance, we become empowered. It is quite happiness, joy. All that is part of part of what is to come. For we need to the essential education process is like for that is not as much in America, but I lived 20 years in America, and I lived 40 years in France. So I'm like so 30 some years in France. Is to break the poverty mentality. It means that there are some people that it's not a matter of having or not having. It's a mentality. It's the ability for a lot of places in Europe. I see that the poor wishes that the rich disappear and that everybody's poor. When in America the poor wants to access the wealth. So it's like a different mentality, and there is no poverty can never be associated with divinity. It's all about abundance. So for the earth, it's more than a school, because it is a school. We're learning every day. We plug into this avatar body and we plug in every morning, but it's still we're in contact with life, the creator, and all that is at all moments. So it is a great opportunity. I pull a few cards of the Akash, so I come and wish you a good day. For it is a good day. For the highest wisdom is money, is finance. It's like the creator, because it's like it's just a resource. Money is like it has to work for us rather than for us to work for the money. So it's just a different mentality. So it's all about shifting. First, we have to shift it on a personal level and then the whole world needs to be shifted towards this abundance, prosperity mentality. What needs to be understood is the persecution and the inquisition. There is all kinds of opposing forces to that abundance, but it is all controlled from within, in some sense. So it's about liberating and also making peace with all the past inquisition and persecution. For we've all lived here many times, and we've all been persecuted. For the more truth you want to bring, the more people will be afraid, and the more enemies you create. That is, I think it was Plato that was talking about that quite a while ago. Then what we need to do is biblical, to align with the Christ consciousness, our divinity. For it's going to be biblical times that we are preparing for, and so just be prepared. Just be we all have our role to play within that, and the outcome is to freedom from slavery and imprisonment. For in George Orwell says slavery is freedom, because that's why they're trying to sell. They say that money does not bring you happiness. It's another lie. For it is not the essence. Money doesn't buy love, doesn't buy spirit connection, it doesn't buy health, it doesn't buy joy, it doesn't. But it can provide much distraction, comfort, and security. But it's not because somebody has money that is liberated inside, and it's not because somebody does not have it that he cannot liberate himself or herself inside. So in terms of the persecution and inquisition, the way to go about it, to understand, is Asia, to connect to the landers of Asia, to connect to the consciousness of the Buddha, the blessing of salvation, and then the outcome has to be also, we have to go through, it's like the men and women, they're like not facing each other, so we have to reunify, reconcile those two parts within ourselves and within the world, and then we can do that through the Greco-Roman, the empowerment from the planets. There is right now there is all those planets in Pisces. There is Venus, there is Mars, there is Neptune, there is Jupiter, and then the moon is entering tomorrow, I think, and then on the Scorpio there's this big party, also the north node of the moon, the Mercury and the sun, and so there is all those tension, this dynamic tension on the superconscious level that comes from the planet that is greatly assisting, and then there is this very powerful eclipse that is coming. And so it is a blessed time if we make it so. To discuss a little bit the Earth plane, there is certain dynamism, but we need to understand there is a divine plan at work. But there is also some darker forces that are really doing things what they can. Like in Australia, they have this portal that leads them to Mars. But there is many portals, all kinds of extraterrestrial technologies on this planet are being activated everywhere in the solar system. So it's like there's going to be a lot of shocking surprises that will be coming. We don't really know. Just in California, there is this portal that leads to Venus directly, the Mount Shasta. It's like poof, you pass through the portal, you're directly on Venus, which is a six-dimensional realm, a paradisical planet. And also it leads to the inner planes. And the US Army were trying to invade it through these corridors, to invade the inner Earth. And then so the Agarthan, the Telosians just sent a sonic boom, and they just ran scared. They never came back. But then it just needed to protect the sanctity of the inner planes. And so, also when you say the CERN, for instance, is very negative technologies. All those technologies are in reality, people are believe what they're taught. But in truth, it was a technology in many aspects. And Metatron said this technology will be reversed to serve humanity someday. But originally, it is a group of Nazis from a parallel dimension that created this technology here on this dimension, and that allowed them to align to come through here, and they took control of the US and the European Union, and that's why there's this big denazification of this planet. But God has so many jokers that all those dark forces, they do not know that their timeline is a complete illusion, because there is a higher plan at work. So it's all happening when we're ready, and everything is there. Everything is ready. Do not have a doubt. Just stay in the joy, in the perfection of the moment. And sometimes we're exposed to, the consciousness is exposed to certain things that it needs. How do we handle it? Can we stay calm? Can we stay, or is it just thing triggering within ourselves? Do not judge yourself. Just go through whatever and continue to call on the inner peace, the inner center, the love, to feel the love. Well, thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I'm going to pull some. The card of the day is departing. We got to get ready for the move. I'm going to finish with this song, and it's an old song of the Rolling Stones. So it's very funny. The Stones are one of my favorite rock and roll band, and rock and roll is very important for all that came out of that. Whether it's like what's the philosophy or the music, or it's the time. Maybe it's. But it's always about songs as how to get a girl, or how to break up with a girl. This is about how to get a girl back. It's called Tell Me. I want you back again. I want your love again. I know you find it hard to reason with me, but this time it's different, darling, you'll see. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You said we're through before. You walked out on me before. I tried to tell you, but you did want to know. This time you're different and determined to go. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. I wait as the day go by. I long for the night to go by. I hear a knock on my door that they never come. I hear the telephone that hasn't rung. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. You gotta tell me you coming back to me. It's all returning. Yeah? It's everything go full circle. Eventually, the energy, everything we create, comes back to us. So once we've cleared up all of the everything comes back into harmony, and so it is. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.